good morning. Welcome to what will be, by the end of this video, a nursery. I am 34, I don't know, I'm in between 34 and 35 weeks. My son is at daycare today and my main goal is to start this nursery because I've been putting it off on purpose so I can do it now because I'm finished work, I have everything, I don't want to be spending any more money, so we're doing it. I think my plan today is I need to take everything out, give it a good vacuum and a dust and whatever, and then build like the cot, the change table, all the things that we had in storage from our first, and then I can, if I have time or energy, I will start sorting, and then I want to start washing some baby clothes, but I just want to get like the big stuff sorted so that during the week when my son is at home with me, when he's napping, I can still do more sorting, but I don't have the big stuff to go, and the room doesn't look like this because this is hurting my brain. Anyway, let's get started. Let's clear this room. Alright, I've cleared out everything except for the chest of drawers and the rocking chair because I can't be bothered. But I do have like a rough floor plan here that I made ages ago that I think I'm going to try and do. I'm just going to do this layout, and then if it doesn't work I can always change it. But I need to move this chest of drawers over there. I think the chair's staying where it is, but firstly, I'm just going to do a vacuum of the room, and then once I move the chairs, the drawers and the chair, I'll vacuum again. But yeah, I just found this floor plan I made ages ago, and I'm just going to like do it, and if I don't like it, I'll change it, or once she's here and I don't like it, I'll change it. Like, we'll just see how we go. Am I already exhausted? Yes. But do I also just want to get this done? Yes. Alright, I've taken a pretty big break, but I think it's 3 o'clock now and I need to start wrapping this up for today. I've been doing like washing and stuff in between, but I don't want to push myself too far. I probably already have. Anyway, I'll just show you where we're up today. The cot is built. I just got the bouncer out of storage and the thingo. I built the change table, moved the dresser. That's the bassinet that will go elsewhere, but for now it'll just sit there. But I've got like things, I need to finish sorting the room out, and then I can get Brett to put things on the walls. I just built that tiny little thing, rubbish to move. Anyway, there's like the bookshelf's gonna go up here somewhere. Like I said, I really didn't want to push myself too far because I have already been doing that and I need to slow down. But I've built the things. The big things are done, so now I'm just going to bring everything back in here that still needs to be sorted and stored and stuff like that, but for now this is where I can leave it, and it just means I can come in and do bit by bit during the week when Anson's at home and napping, and then I'm hoping when Brett gets home from work he'll put the curtain rod up so that I can work on the curtains because there's nothing there at the minute. But yeah, I think that's where I'm going to leave it for today. I have also, yeah, I've washed all of the size newborn and 3-0s, so they're currently outside in the sun drying. So I'll do this, they should be dry by then, get them in, maybe I'll sort them, I don't know, maybe not, we'll see. So over the course of the next few days, I just did bits and pieces when I could, when my son was napping, starting with putting away all the fresh baby laundry, which is so cute. I only really worried about newborn sizes and 0 to 3 months because Anson was in newborn for not very long before he moved to 0 to 3 months, so I just wanted to have both sizes ready, just so in the early days I really didn't have to worry about it. So I did all that. I had done the laundry a few days earlier and I just had it in the room, so I just had to really sort it into sizes, then into categories, and then figure out how I wanted them in the drawers. I think it was the next day I started doing the curtains because Brett put up the curtain rod the day before, I think. So these curtains, I hunted these down on Facebook Marketplace. They are just from IKEA, but they stopped stocking this color. When I was looking at them online and everything, like not the Facebook post, but just like previously, they definitely looked more like of a rosy pink color. And even in the packet, they looked rosy pink, but when I opened them up, they're definitely more of like a burnt terracotta orange, which is actually so fine because it also matches the room. I did a Facebook Marketplace hunt for months until I found someone who had them and was willing to post them to me. Anyway, so I just had to hem these curtains. I still need to do the sheer curtains, so when they arrive, I'll do those, and that is the last set of curtains in the entire house. And then I went through all of my breast pump parts and bottles and things like that and figured what I wanted to have out and get started on the washing and sterilizing of all that. One of the house tasks I wanted to get done was to reorganize the kitchen because I needed to make a space that made sense for bottles and pumps. I do want to breastfeed, but I'd like to do a bottle every other day of breast milk if I can, because we did that with Anson, and it meant that when it was time for him to go to daycare or someone else look after him, he took a bottle. So I plan to do that again just to take that stress off me in the future. I'm looking after future me. So I have my 36-week appointment today, this afternoon, and last night something was going on. Yesterday afternoon I started feeling really like nauseous and gross in the tummy, and like usually when that happens, you know, then eventually something happens and I feel better. Didn't happen last night. It just kept going for hours. Like I literally laid in bed. Started in the middle of the day, off and on, and then I got really bad in the afternoon. I just laid in the bed until like 7 o'clock, and then I ended up having like the most intense Braxton Hicks for so long and like consistently. So I started timing them and everything, and I was freaking out, and that, not freaking out about like going into labor, but freaking out that there's things not done that need to be done. So my original plan, I have a list. I have a pre-baby maternity list, which is split up into baby / nursery and house. My original plan was to get everything in the baby nursery bit ticked off by 37 weeks, so like full term, and then I could just plot around with the house stuff. However, after last night, I very quickly was like, I haven't finished packing my hospital bag. I don't even have everything to put in my hospital bag. I haven't washed the cot sheets. I haven't set up the bassinet or washed the bassinet sheets. And I spiraled. Okay, so I wrote a list of everything I need to do before I go into labor. Another list. I love a list. If you know, you know. And so I basically am planning on ticking everything off today on that list. So today's plan, we just went out and I got a few snacks for me, for my hospital bag that I couldn't get in the groceries from Woolies that are getting delivered. I'm going to set up the bassinet. I'm going to sort the pram bassinet, and I'm going to wash the cot and bassinet sheets. Yeah, last night was intense. Not gonna lie, it was intense. They turned into nothing, just Braxton Hicks, but I've never had them that intense before. So, what an experience. So, of course, our groceries got delivered, which had stuff for my hospital bag in it. It wasn't my order, it was someone else's order altogether. Anyway, after a slight spiral and panic, they are re-delivering our order later, but it's when I'm at my appointment. Anyway, whatever. I've never had that happen before. I've had missing items before, like of my own, but I've never had anyone else's, let alone our entire orders being swapped. That's what the guy on the phone said by the delivery person. Fantastic. Anyway, so we get to keep that order and then we're getting our own order. So kind of a win. Means that I can't finish packing my hospital bag until later or tomorrow. But I have set up the bassinet. The sheets for the cot and the bassinet are watching, and I set up or checked the pram bassinet, and I forgot that I stored a bunch of car stuff in there. So that'll be on tomorrow's list when my son is at daycare, to sort out a bit more of the car. So that's where I'm gonna leave it for today. I'm very interested to see if baby has engaged, which would be early, yes I know, but also I went early spontaneously with Anson and I would not be surprised in the slightest. In fact, I have a feeling that I'm gonna go early again, maybe earlier, with this one. So I mean, I wanna see if she's engaged, basically. Today is Friday, which is the day I do my casual job. However, there wasn't anything for me to do this morning, so I went and then I left, and I went to Kmart and picked up the very last thing that I need to build and put together in the nursery, which is this 3-tier panel trolley, which I'm going to be using as my like side table next to the nursing chair. Just somewhere to put like breast pump stuff, like her noise machine and stuff will probably go on the top. Somewhere for me to use as a table but also use as storage. I was looking for like a good side table for ages and I just couldn't find one that suited all my needs, so I just settled on this. Just before I sat down, I took everything out of the nursery that wasn't like, that just needs to be sorted left, which is not much left, guys. I think I can do it today. I'm not putting the decor up today because I need Brett's help to do that, but I think I can sort bits today. I'm gonna build this, put this in there, organize that, and then keep going because I just want to get it done. I want to get it done today. I have finished packing my hospital bag. I feel like after today, I will be ready for when she decides to join us. So I have built the trolley and I've just put some stuff on there. It probably won't stay that way. So I've just put my breast pump up the top because it's just easier. So I'll have that there with all the parts there when it's time. And then I thought I'd have enough room for my coffee, but I guess not. The next one has like breast pads, nipple shields that I didn't use with Anson. Don't know if I'll use them again. Haka, didn't like it. And that's my portable breast pump spot. Just thought I'd keep it all together, and then I got nothing in there. But eventually I will have my like burp cloths. I'll have like a couple there. I can't plug anything in because I need Brett to either put in another PowerPoint or change a plug to like a flat plug so it can go behind the cot. And now I'm just gonna put a few things on here. I am just charging the sound machine and I just connected it, so that's out in the kitchen. I have a rough idea where I'm gonna put some artwork on the walls, but that is not what I'm doing today. That is a weekend or next week situation. Now I just wanna put the things back in that are gonna have a spot, and then I'll deal with the rest of the shit. I am ready. I feel ready. All right, so it's the weekend and this morning Brett quickly went through and ticked off the things that I asked him to do. I gave him a list and he did it. Crazy. Anyway, it's not done, but it's ready. Like, we're ready for baby girl. So I'm gonna show you where we're at. Like I said at the start of this video, I've just been editing it, so I know by the end of this video it will be a nursery. And it is. So let me show you what we've done. Second PowerPoint installed, which means this isn't staying, but the sound machine's here. I decided not to get him to hang the prints because I actually am not convinced I want them here. I'm still working on that. He did put my accordion hanger thingy up, so I've put some stuff on there. Very cute. The camera is up there. He is going to get some ducting from work to hide the ugly cord. There was already a hook in the ceiling, so we just put that up there. I've always had that for Anson but never used it. And he put up baby's little bookshelf. If I stand back here, it's like, that is so cute. Like, obviously it is not done. That bassinet will not be in here when it's time. Those toys will be out in the lounge room. Like, it's not done, but it's to the point where if she comes tonight, we're good, which is where I wanted to be. This artwork, I haven't decided where I want that yet. And I've also got some fabric bunting on the way, which will, I think, is gonna go above her cot, but I might change my mind. I'm not sure yet. Once that arrives, then I think I'll know better where I want this artwork. So I am incredibly happy with that. I feel so ready. My hospital bag is packed, which I am going to do another nesting vlog, which will probably be the second and last, because I'm ready and I don't think we're going to be waiting that much longer. So if I do anything about a hospital bag, it'll be in that video. Like I've mentioned, I'm waiting on the sheer curtains to arrive, and Brett's got to finish that section. Like, we're so close. We're ready. We're not done, but we're ready, if that makes sense. So this is me, 36 and a bit weeks, and I'm gonna log off here. Thank you very much for watching my Nest With Me video, and I will see you in the next one.